Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. All right, let's talk a little bit about Houston because I do think this is it's going to be an interesting year because I think we're going to see a little bit of a different look in terms of how this roster is built, right? The one thing Sampson did not do this spring was go out in the portal and try to bolster the front line a little bit. He went out and he got LJ Cryer, a guard. He went out and he got Damian Dunn, a guard. He brought in a couple of freshmen, Joseph Tugler and Jacob McFarland. And he's got a kid named Ced Lott, who was a redshirt freshman that sat out last season. And he's bringing back Javier Francis. But it's those four guys behind Juwan Roberts. And if you talk to people around Houston, here's what they'll tell you. Terrance Arceneaux, Emmanuel Sharp are the two guys that are going to have big years that nobody's expecting. Combine that with Jamal Shed. I mentioned Damian Dunn and LJ Cryer. I think we're going to see a lot of 4-guard lineups this year from Kelvin Sampson.
Yeah. And they're still going to be tough.
I know, but like when you think of Houston, you think of tough, physical, big, rebounding, that kind of stuff. Is it going to work with 4 guards, Theo?
Yeah, I mean, it should. And Terrance Arceneaux was the guy that I was going to bring up just because he only averaged just under 4 points a game last year, but it was because they just had so much and he had an opportunity to learn for a year. They're going to miss Jarris Walker. That dude's a beast. You see how good he's been early in the NBA season. Like, he is a beast. They're going to miss him. Yeah. Outside of that, I mean, how could you argue with a lot of the stuff? You have so many different playmakers and guys that can make something happen for somebody else. The style of play is going to change a little bit, but it's going to be interesting to see because he did do a lot of like Jarris Walker 4, somebody else at the 5. Like, we're going to be massive. And it's gone the other direction. So there's a lot of playmaking dudes, though, on that team. It's hard to look past them. But if it were me right now, I'm picking Houston, too.
Yeah, I think I'd pick Houston, too, as well. Fanta, my favorite thing, I don't know how much you guys have talked with Kelvin Sampson, but as he's getting older and he stops giving a fuck as much and is willing to just kind of be out there and be himself, he might be the most underrated quotable coach in the country. This is what he told me about Terrance Arceneaux for the Almanac. He's never faced any kind of adversity in basketball. He won 2 state titles and hit game winners. He thinks like the world is Disney World, but there's no Magic Kingdom in the Guy V. Lewis practice facility. I love that. He said what he said is like, we had to bring him in and toughen his ass up a little bit. They put 30 pounds of muscle on him. I think we're going to see a big year from old TA over there.
Another all quote was, I'm looking for the Shih Tzus in this conference. There are none.
There are none. He said they're all German shepherds, man. Where's the Shih Tzus? Where's the Chihuahuas at? Oh, that's a Rottweiler. Oh my God, that's a pit bull. He said good. The Big 12 is a tough dog park, man. It is. But you know what? If it comes to toughness, nobody's going to want to be in a room with Houston. I mean, they're going to win. They are the team that when the Twitter expression, they think it's a show, and Houston knows it's a fight. I'm sorry, if you think it's a show when you're playing against them, you might as well pack your bags and go home. That quality's still going to be there. Look, what I think of I'm with you, Terrance, on Jarris Walker. He embodied that toughness. The fact is, to me, the guy that I'm most intrigued to see if we see the growth in is Terrance Arceneaux, because he was a very highly touted recruit. Didn't see a whole lot of action last year, averaged only 14 minutes per game. Kelvin has said that Arceneaux is poised to take a step up, but what does that look like? Not exactly known for his perimeter shot. He shot 25% from 3 in a limited sample size, but that's something that I'm looking at with this team. And then I just think Juwan Roberts, and here's my preseason name this week. Is it Javier Francis?
Javier Francis. Yeah, he's the big one.
Javier Francis. So they're counting on those guys in their front court. This is not a team with a 7-footer. All right. This is not a team, right? This is not a team with some majorly imposing presence down low. They've got a 6'11" freshman named Jacob McFarland. He's a freshman.
He's a year away. It's the two guys off the bench are going to be JoJo Tugler and Ced Lott. But the thing I love about him is that
JoJo Tugler,
big fan. Great name. But the thing I love about the Kelvin Sampson big guys is he just goes out and finds 6'8" dudes with 7'6" wingspan that just they're there to win the fight, like you said, Fanta. And there's a never-ending run of these guys.
The biggest thing for me is not Jamal Shed, LJ Cryer, Damian Dunn being able to score. I mean, you're talking about a trio of guys that can average over 40 points per game together, right? The question is, like you said, they built the roster a little bit differently. Will that backcourt be able to maintain this hard-nosed defensive tenacity that we've seen from Houston teams in the last 4 or 5 years?
I think they will, simply because I think at Houston it's a non-negotiable, right? Like if you don't play that way, then your ass is gonna be on the pitch.
It's like a bar cover.
Yep. You got to pay the tab to get in.
That's what Houston is.
Big news. The Almanac is officially back. The most exhaustive and comprehensive guide to the 2023-24 college basketball season is available for pre-order now. If you go to cbbalmanac.com, link is in the description below, you can pre-order for just $15.99 or 20% off the sticker price. The format is going to be a little bit different this season. Instead of an 850-page PDF, you'll be getting access to the full site with league-by-league PDFs available for download. The preview will be live on September 20th, so you have until then to be able to get your pre-orders in. So for insight for all 362 Division I teams, from their head coaches and the experts that cover them, make sure you hit that link. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.